Good morning, YouTube. Hey, this is Steve's Farm Adventure. We're back in the saddle again. Made one little video not long ago. Every time I get on this camera, my face goes to itching and my nose goes to itching and everything else. I don't know if anybody else is like that. But anyway, today we're going to be pulling some fence posts out. We're going to be spring harrowing the garden to get it down way deep. We're going to plant potatoes. All these things, we'll get as much done as we can and put as much as we can on film. So hang around with us. We're really glad you're back. And let's have a good time. How about that? Yep. Pull these fence posts up. They've been here for a good little while. Get enough stuff. It's still damp. Lay them over there. Get this marker up. That way we know where our water line is. Follow me on up through here a little bit and see how it does. Now, if you look down through there, we got the fence post out of the way. And if we look real close, you can possibly see how the dirt's looking. Get my shadow out of it. Where it's not, it was actually turned in the fall. But we've got some more fence posts over here to get. So I'm gonna walk over there and get those up. Y'all just hang around. And we'll go from there. friends. See the start of it. We tried to get the ends broke up really well too. Now, we're going to finish the rest of it off camera. The reason we do these ends is because you're always lifting your implement up at the end of the row. So we're coming acrossways to give us more garden space and deeper. If you look at that ground, there ain't no red in it much. It's all brown. And that's from years of compost and fertilizer and turning the land under. Now, we do things like they did back in the 30s, using a plow and a disc and spring harrow, and then we hand cultivate and hand plant. So I'll be back after I get the rest of it finished up so you can get a good picture of what's going on. Here the chickens clucking in the background. Somebody laying an egg. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around and walk over the garden patch. Our garden's probably 40 by 80, which would be roughly 3,200 square feet. And we can produce almost enough food to relatively feed ourselves and give our sons and their families some food on a decent year. Now, we do use drip tape irrigation and trellis beans, you know, pole beans and that kind of thing. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the chickens just for a minute. And then we'll walk out in the garden. I got a couple pieces of drip tape that was buried and didn't find them back in the fall when I turned this. Because what I do is I turn our land over, and it cuts it about 8 or 10 inches deep, throws all the scraps, the grass, the weeds, everything under, and let it set all winter long. Then in the spring, it dries really fast, so we can get out there like we did today. And I'm going to show you where we're going to plant potatoes. And where we did plant potatoes versus where we're going to plant potatoes. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Here's our little chickens. We did have 10. We actually lost 11 to a fox over the last couple of weeks. But as you hear them squalling, that means somebody is probably up inside the house laying an egg. Now we're going to walk out here and kind of give you an idea of what we're going to do where. Now this area right in here was the end we've usually planted potatoes on. It goes all the way back. But this year we're going to walk around over here and give you an idea of where we're going to do what. Now there's our beehive. We don't have any bees. We had bees 2 years ago and got up at the edge of winter, and they all died. And a mouse got in there, and we didn't get the first stretch of honey. So we're thinking about the bee thing. But anyway, as we walk up through here, you'll see how the spring harrow leveled that out pretty good. Now this year, on this end, we'll have 2 rows of potatoes. Red Pontiacs is all we're planting this year. And then we'll move on down. Then we'll move on down this way, planting our other things. But anyway, so this is how we do it. Right or wrong, we are able to feed ourselves some. And if you look up there is our cold frame. And I'll show you that before we're over with. So I'm going to click off till we get on up to the cold frame, and then we'll come back. Now this is our cold frame. We haven't cleaned it out really, but these two pans that you see right here are onions. Instead of buying onion sets, we buy onion seed. As you can tell, there's hundreds of onions in there, especially in that pan right there. This one, the type of onion, didn't come back, and to be honest, I don't remember what they were. But anyway, so we took, how we water them is that sprayer right there, and put a little bit of Miracle-Gro in there, because onions need a lot of nitrogen, and that's what Miracle-Gro is. So anyway, here's a big overview of the garden, and we appreciate y'all coming and visiting. Everything we do is with old equipment. The newest tractor we got is the one I was just on, which was that long right there, and it's a early to mid 70s model. Our other tractor is a 60-some model Ford 2000. But anyway, we'll bring you along. So thanks for visiting with us. Please subscribe, please like, and hit the bell for future videos. And thanks again, and God bless. This is Steve's Farm Adventure. Thank you.